It's only my opinion. Coffee
Welcome, people. Welcome to the show. This is Coffee Milk. My name is Clayon. Clout. It's not a word that I use that often. Actually, it's not really a word that I use at all. I can't remember the last time I used that in a sentence while talking to someone. But clout, it means, influence or power, especially in politics or business. So basically, it means to have influence over people. A lot of people nowadays have clout because of social media, because of their Instagram page, because of Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. Because of the people that subscribe to their page, their followers, all that good stuff. So they have a certain amount of influence over those people because those people are clearly watching them because they connect with them in some way, shape, or form. So clout can be used for good. I think someone like Beyonce, she has clout, right? But she tends to seem to use it for good. I'm sure there's a bunch of other people I could name that technically use their clout for the betterment of humanity. But a lot of people who have clout, they use it for the betterment of themselves, right? To help their pockets, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I get that. We all need to make money a certain kind of way. I'm not saying that using your clout to make money is a negative thing, but that's what some people do. They use it and they make money. So some people use it for change, to sort of just help humans, help us maybe better ourselves and bring light to certain wrongs in this world. Others use it for monetary value, for monetary gain. Some people use it to cause chaos. The person that I happen to want to talk about use their clout, I think, for chaos or for their own selfish needs. And she is, or was, I don't want to say stewardess, that might be an old word, but she worked for JetBlue on their flights. And she went to Jamaica on a vacation, middle of COVID. Lots of people are still doing that because, selfish. But she did that. Now she got to Jamaica, and in Jamaica, once you land on the island, you have to take a test or show proof that within the week or 7 days that you took a COVID test that said that you're negative. Well, she got a test taken in Jamaica, found that she had COVID, which means she has to, or I believe that it found that she was positive with COVID, which means that she had to then quarantine. She didn't like that shit. She didn't like having to be on a tropical island and maybe stuck in a hotel. Totally understandable that wouldn't be fun. But you have COVID. It's totally understandable for a country that you don't live in to put you under quarantine if you bring a disease into their country. A disease that a lot of people are dying. A disease that right now is taking over the island. It's totally understandable for them to say, you know what? Stay in this hotel room until you're okay, and then you can leave. Well, this individual was not patient. This individual felt like they could use their clout to get what they want. So she started her campaign, her selfish campaign to get herself off this island or to get herself out of quarantine. She started putting up videos saying how someone in Jamaica was kidnapping her. They were sex trafficking her. All very selfish things. Her behavior highlights to me even more that we are filled, or this world is filled with a bunch of selfish assholes who doesn't matter if what they're actually, doesn't matter if they affect you in a negative way. If they want to do something, they're going to do it. So just a bunch of spoiled brats. That's what she was acting like on Instagram. And it's totally understandable for her followers, for the people that are on the internet, to believe that this black woman was in harm. You should believe women. You should believe women when they say they're in harm. So I totally get her followers, I get the internet being up in arms. I solely put the blame on her and her selfish desires. Well, needless to say, she got what she wanted. She's no longer on the island. But I don't understand why. And it's not getting any better. It's just everyone is so fucking selfish. Everyone is so me oriented. It's every week. It's just so much more fucking disappointing to see people that you think and talk like they have it all together, right? Don't. Still act like children. So, anyways, good riddance to that chick. She lost her job. Not celebrating anyone losing their jobs, but, you know, there's consequences for your actions. So, Kodak Black is in love, I think. I don't know. He's infatuated with JT from the City Girls. I'm not gonna hate on that. Who am I to hate on someone's infatuation or desire for another? That's not why we're here. He made a song to JT to confess his love for her. Brave man. I would never do that ever. That's probably why I'm single right now. I couldn't. I don't have the capacity to. But take a listen.
This right here. I want JT on him. On this right here, the City Girl JT say. During these times, they tend to run from you, but deep inside, I'm who you want, boo-boo. And in my mind, I'm the only one for you. Remember times we used to hunt you. Say in your spine, you can feel the rush, JT. You know I like to make you nut, baby. I'ma need a blunt for this, say crack the dud, chewy. Even though I'm too young for this, I'll eat your butt, your booty. I was out my mind last year, hey, wondering what my life that went, hey, I was out my mind, babe. Hey, wondering what my life went. I can't believe I ran through it from love, your sweet love. Can't believe I really let the drugs get in between us. Life ain't slowing down for me yet, all right now. I'm saying, oh, now I could be like, say in your spine, you can feel the rage, KC. You know what I'm saying, JT, KC, whichever one.
So that's what we're doing these days. All right, okay. Fuck. The fact that you put like eating butt and being in love in one song is incredible. That's an incredible song. I want to make a song where I tell a girl that I want to eat her butt and how much I'm in love with her. That just shows range for me. I think that's definite range right there. If you can make a song that's be like, how deep you'll find, how you nut, maybe part those cheeks. Like that is amazing. I want to be like Kodak Black. I lack the courage to tell a girl I want to be deep in her spine. I do. I like that courage. I need to get better at telling a girl I want to be deep in her spine. I want to eat her butt. And I'm in love. I'm in love with eating her butt and being deep in her spine. So, Like I said, I can't hate on this because I don't have the courage to just be like, maybe I just wanna nut, maybe. Did he also say, remember the times we used to hunt too? You're like, remember the times we used to hunt too? Or maybe it's hump, ooh. Could be hump, ooh. Now that I think about it, it makes more sense. Remember those times we used to hump, woo woo. Yeah, I think that's it. Or, I'm gonna need a butt, but it's fun, let me crash a Dutch, ooh-wee. I get that feeling because there's nothing like weed and vagina. Those are two things that go hand in hand. It's like chocolate and caramel. Like, and man, together they just, they flow so well. Weed, vagina, like chocolate and caramel. Yep, I said it. Another line I must highlight. I will eat your butt, booty. Just to clarify, when I said butt, booty, maybe you're not clear, maybe you're used to hearing booty, not butt. I'm just giving you both. Butt, booty. That's very forward too. That's just like, yo, that's not even, I'm not kink shaming. If you want to eat someone's butt, you do that shit. You spread them cheeks and you eat that butt. What I'm saying is that maybe it's just too much information in the beginning. If you're trying to like date someone, to just automatically be like, yo, I will eat that butt. That's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Last but not least, I feel like you might have lost her in the end. Like even if you had her, you were building it, I'm gonna make you nut, I'm gonna eat that butt, I'm in love, JT. And then you completely erase that by then just making the song about her friend, her bandmate. That wasn't a good game plan on your end. But cool ring though, the one that says Trump ties on one end and the other one where your lips is sucking his. This is the audio breakdown portion of the show, and in this week's audio, we're going to hear from some people in the Jamaican government talking about in-class learning.
What happens outside the institution is worrying.
What is creating the serious concern here is the gathering of students when they leave school, when they are coming in, the transportation issue. I heard Minister Mackenzie last week saying we have in excess of 500 illegal parties each week. And I see for myself, I happen to know that especially our high school students, they are engaged in this. And so if it is we were able to contain the students within a kind of bubble at school, then the concerns will be less. The fact of the matter is every day they go out and they come in and they mingle and they are asymptomatic.
So, what upsets me sometimes is that people don't see the flaws in their plan. You say that if there was a way that we could keep them in a bubble. Well, you can't keep them in a bubble. That's just reality. They have to go to school and then go home. They come and go, right? If you're gonna have in-person classes, that's part of it. So knowing that you can't keep them in a bubble, is it appropriate? That should be the thought, right? So we can't keep them in a bubble to make sure that they don't get the disease. What is the next best option? Rather than just trying to be normal in a time when it is not normal. You in the end said that a lot of the kids are asymptomatic and you can't tell whether they have it or not. Another reason why you probably shouldn't do in-class learning or in-person learning. If you know that you can't keep them in a bubble because they have to come and go from school, and you know That a lot of those kids are gonna come and be asymptomatic. They're still gonna have COVID, yet they're not gonna show any signs that they have COVID, and then they're gonna spread it from persons to persons. Then maybe you should shut down the entire thing rather than pushing through for some strange ass reason. It doesn't make fucking sense. You have illogical people in charge of situations that you need logic at the forefront.
Despite the calls and the growing numbers of COVID-19 cases, Education Minister Favour Williams has pushed back against the pro-lockdown movement. And the National Secondary Students' Council, which represents high school students, is also against the suspension of face-to-face classes. Public Relations Officer at the Council, Rihanna Robinson, says the move would not be in the best interest of students.
The spike in cases is extremely alarming. However, we have to take into account the learning loss as well. And the complete dismissal of all face-to-face classes is not the best solution if you're thinking of the best interest of the student.
Why does education overpowers whether someone lives or dies? It doesn't make fucking sense. You know the cases are going up, but you're like, fuck it, let's do it anyways, let's just keep the same thing going, even though you know that then gets people into more trouble because it's easier for the virus to spread when you're in a closed room that doesn't have great circulation. It is not smart to just be like, yeah, my city levels them I go up, but you know, it's more important that the kids them learn. Yeah, me say that the disease has spread, but the fact that the kids them are learn is more important. Me know say they might get the disease and they might bring it over to them parents, but hey, at least them I learn. At least them I get smarter, even though they might not be able to use whatever they learned in school because they're gonna be fucking dead. At least they're learning, right? What in any other case is that true? Let's say you're fucking starving. Would you eat something that fucking kills you because you need to consume something? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to do something that's gonna cause you harm because you wanna prevent something else from happening. It doesn't make fucking sense to me. And I don't understand why it makes sense to any of you motherfuckers out there. But it clearly does, because all you motherfuckers wanna do is pretend like things are just fucking normal. You pretend like things are okay, but it's not okay. Not yet. It's not okay yet. So you have a disease. How does this disease spread? Well, it spreads if you're in close proximity to other humans. So, the best way to prevent this disease, you're saying, is to keep space from other humans. Yes. Oh, that's pretty simple. You can't tell kids to go in a situation that potentially is going to get them sick and get their families sick, and then tell them that it's okay. Because if they don't do it, they're gonna miss out on their education. One of those things is more important than the other. I don't understand how you guys have not put that together. Living is more important to me than education. Because if you die, you can't use anything you've learned. So in my brain, living is more important.
You might not agree, it's cool, I'm one of a kind. Trying to move forward, so I gotta be progressive. Gotta make sure everything I say is selective. It's only my opinion. Coffee milk.